So hi everyone and welcome back to video 3 of my video series. Today I'm going to be interviewing my Aunt Stella on different ways that she believes that the internet is affecting the way that we entertain ourselves and her opinion on the internet in general. So Aunt Stella, thank you so much for being here. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Good. My name is Estella and I am her aunt. She's my niece and I'm very proud of her. I am currently, I work for a bank in the mortgage industry, and yeah, so this is interesting. Going to be fun.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thanks so much for being here. Let me tell you a little bit about this class. Right now, as you know, I'm a psychology major, so we have to take a depth course, and I decided to take this online depth course for my psychology major. And it's essentially just on how the internet affects our daily lives and how it impacts us in all aspects of our lives. Like how the internet affects the way we learn, how the internet impacts the way that we perceive things, and even how the internet affects the way we find like romantic partners. So the internet pretty much impacts every aspect of our lives now as the internet is evolving. So I'm just going to be asking you a series of questions similar to the questions that I was asking my mom. Yeah, thank you. All right, so the first question is, do you use the internet?
Yes, I do use the internet on a daily basis.
On a daily basis. And what do you think your most used social media app is?
Well, it's funny you ask. Currently, I've been playing around with Snapchat.
And you like it?
I like the faces.
What's your favorite filter?
All of them are good.
All of them? Yeah. I like the dog one.
Yeah, they're all funny.
Fave. Yeah, that's true. And what do you use the internet for mostly? And this could be in all areas.
Yeah, well, currently I use it for just work related.
Work, yeah. You have to you're on the computer and on the phone the whole time. So
yeah, I use it for work purposes only.
Nice. Do you find the internet entertaining?
Sometimes, if you get if you're Google searching for celebrities, you want to know their business and their lifestyles and things like that, but yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting you mentioned that because one of the things that we learned about in class is about clickbait, and a lot of it is how negative, or how clickbait can be viewed as a negative thing, and like how a lot of clickbait is on, celebrities, and a lot of it is negative towards them. So It's like choosing when to click on it and when not to, and like, is it a bad thing to click on things that are actually kind of mean towards other people, but like, just kind of how that impacts, other people's lives. And how often do you go on the internet?
I'm like I said, I'm on the internet because I work. I have to use the internet for work purposes. But outside of that, usually if I have to Google search something, if I'm trying to make something, or I'm trying to find the location where I'm going somewhere, that's what I'd probably be using it primarily for, is like a GPS.
Yeah, very true, very true. And do you think that the internet changes the way that we entertain ourselves?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like looking back to when you were like my age or even younger, how would you entertain yourself? Because obviously the internet was not around, so.
Go outside and play.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think even like when I was younger, I think the internet, wasn't as big as it was now, but I used to go outside and play. But as soon as the internet started coming out and video games started becoming a thing, like I think that's when it kind of evolved to where that was like the main way of entertaining yourself, which is really, really interesting. And so the internet was invented like the late 1980s, the late 1990s. That's when it first started coming about. Do you remember the first time that you used it?
I believe, I think I do remember when I used it. Or after, I think it was right after my first child was born.
Yeah, and do you remember what you used it for? Was like for email, or do you remember like looking something up?
No, I think I was using it for games.
Games,
ping pong or something like that.
Oh yeah, well that's cool. That's really cool. And do you think that the internet is changing the way we entertain ourselves? That's the final question. That's the main question of my term project.
Yes, I do.
You do? Yeah, I mean, I personally believe that just, from growing up and how I used to entertain myself to now, like, I think with my free time, if I do have free time when I'm not, studying or something, I want to be watching Netflix. I want to be, going on Facebook, going on Instagram. And I mean, that's not all I do, but I think that's, like, one of the most fun things to do. It's like watching Netflix with your friends, or looking up hilarious YouTube videos. Like I think it's really evolving, and it's interesting how it's impacting our lives. But yeah. Well, thank you so much for participating.
Thank you for asking me.
Yeah, of course. Well, thank you so much, and thank you all for watching.
Bye.